Most people fail to achieve their goals, not due to a lack of talent or intelligence, but because they hold out for motivation to strike them like a lightning bolt. The key to success lies in understanding that discipline is not an emotion. It is a conscious choice. It is about pushing yourself forward, even in moments of fatigue, lack of inspiration, or fear. By doing so, you cultivate an unstoppable momentum that propels you toward your objectives. Success begins the instant you refuse to bargain with comfort and start taking charge of your actions with intention. In the following moments, I will guide you on how to instigate action, shatter limitations, and accomplish your goals. Regardless of how you feel, because you will never truly feel ready, take action anyway. Too many individuals sit on the brink of their dreams, waiting for a signal, an appealing emotion, or a clear sign indicating that today is the day to take the plunge. But that signal rarely arrives, does it? You may find yourself waiting for clarity, energy, or an inspiring push to move you forward, yet nothing comes. This is because the notion of being ready is merely a comforting deception that often ensnares the indecisive. You, my friend, are not here to seek comfort. What distinguishes those who rise above the rest from those who languish in mediocrity is not luck or innate confidence, nor is it superior education or perfect timing. It is action. You must learn to act even when your hands tremble, when doubt festers in your mind, or when fear constricts your heart. Take that first step. Make that first swing. Write that first line. Not because it's perfect, but because it is time to begin. This is the powerful truth that winners understand. The clock will never grant you permission to act. You must seize the moment. Visualize yourself entering a room filled with individuals who have more experience, wisdom, and age. Yet you hold your head high because you have resolved to act as if you naturally belong there. That is the essence of power. True power grows the moment you take action, before your doubts dissipate and before confidence can solidify. Take a moment to reflect. Have you been waiting to feel inspired? Have you mistakenly allowed inaction to masquerade as preparation? Have you let days slip by, waiting for the arrival of courage? If you resonate with any of these questions, it's time to break free from that cycle and begin now. Not because you feel ready, but because greatness will never consult your comfort. It demands obedience. You are the architect of your own destiny, and the foundation is set the moment you take action. If you do not make the decision, life will choose for you. Within you, there exists a quiet battle. One side urges you to take action, while the other whispers excuses. But here's the undeniable truth. If you do not declare who you are, life will define you. To remain indecisive is not innocent or neutral. It is a form of surrender. Every day that you neglect to assert your intentions allows the world to dictate your path. You become like a leaf tossed about by the winds of circumstance instead of the hand that shapes your future. You must force yourself to declare, "This is who I am. This is what I want. And I will pursue it, even when I am tired, even when I am fearful." Can you recall a time when hesitation held you back from seizing an opportunity? When you knew precisely what to do but waited too long and lost your chance? Your mind is powerful, yet it responds only to the clarion call of decisive action. Picture a general standing before his troops, enveloped in uncertainty about the strategy. What happens? Chaos erupts. Confusion reigns supreme. Now, envision that same general planting his sword into the earth, declaring his intentions with conviction. Suddenly, fear dissipates and order emerges. You become this general when you choose to decide. Now consider, what dream or goal have you allowed to be buried under the weight of maybe? You cannot afford to dwell in this uncertain state. Life moves quickly, and circumstances can shift in an instant. Make your decision now, even if it's flawed. An imperfect decision acted upon possesses more power than waiting for the perfect choice. You are the commander of your fate, but only if you choose to act as such. Articulate your mission, embody it daily, and refuse to look back. Discipline is the vital bridge connecting your dreams to tangible achievement. While desire may be common, discipline remains rare. This is precisely why success belongs to the select few. You can dream endlessly at night, but if you do not mobilize your feet in the morning, your dream remains an elusive ghost. Discipline is not about self-punishment. It is about alignment. When your daily actions align with your vision without negotiation, you traverse the bridge from the invisible to the real. Consider this. Many individuals face defeat, not because they lack capability, but because they have simply waited for motivation to come. Motivation is a fleeting guest. Discipline acts as a steadfast soldier. Imagine waking up in the cold, your body reluctant, your thoughts attempting to convince you to remain warm in bed. Yet you rise anyway, training and pushing yourself. Those moments are where champions are forged. You don't need to feel good to perform well. You only need to heed the call of your highest self. Reflect on your daily routine. What does it suggest about your future? Are your habits propelling you forward or dragging you back? A disciplined person becomes their own master. They do not rely on mood. They command themselves. You must forge your discipline as a blacksmith hones a blade, through repetition, pressure, and fire. Each act of discipline sharpens you, strengthens you, and equips you to carve your own path. Discipline is not a form of punishment. It is your passport. Without it, your dreams remain locked away, but you possess the key. You must evolve into the person deserving of those goals. A goal is more than just a target. It is a test. It does not merely inquire, "What do you want?" It challenges you. Who are you willing to become? The world is filled with those who wish for more, yet only a few transform those wishes into reality. They gaze at their ambitions like distant peaks, but never build the strength to ascend. They desire the view without the arduous climb. But here's the harsh reality. Your goals are closer than you think. They lie just beyond the barriers of your current self. Scrutinize your dreams closely. Whether it's a promotion, respect, wealth, or peace, they are mirrors reflecting the person you need to become in order to attain them. If the individual you are today is unprepared for that dream, it will simply wait, not out of cruelty, but due to precision. Only when you evolve into the version of yourself deserving of that dream will it move closer to you. Most people want more without personal growth. They aspire to lead but shy away from learning about leadership. They covet wealth yet resist becoming valuable. They demand loyalty but fail to cultivate their own integrity. And then they lament that life is unfair. The truth is that life is not unjust. It's mathematical. It rewards those willing to grow into what their goals demand. It is not about wishing harder. It is about digging deeper. Therefore, force yourself, not because it feels good, but because it is essential. Rise when comfort urges you to sleep. Read while the world chooses to scroll. Move when doubt beckons you to wait. Speak less so you can listen and learn more. Cultivate habits so strong that even on your worst days, you exceed the normal standards of most. Success is not a stroke of luck. It's a signal that you have harmonized your character with your calling. Envision a man stepping into a hall filled with kings. He lacks a crown, a robe, or a title, yet his stride is confident and his gaze remains steady. His silence conveys more than any words can express. Why? Because he has become the man before being acknowledged. The crown did not prepare him. His relentless preparation did. So honestly ask yourself, have you prepared? Have you practiced excellence in private before expecting it to manifest publicly? Take a hard look at your days, your habits, and your attitude. Are you molding yourself into the version who can bear the weight of your own aspirations? Or are you passively awaiting rewards for something you have yet to earn? Do not wait for permission. Do not beg for opportunities. Create them. Become them. Your dreams, which previously seemed out of reach, will draw closer, not because they changed, but because you did. You do not pursue greatness. You elevate yourself to meet it. The world respects those who act without waiting for applause. You may find yourself waiting for recognition as though it were a prerequisite to begin, as if the world must acknowledge your readiness before you take that first step. But the reality is this: greatness does not commence with a fanfare. It begins in silence. It's born in the shadows, during the quiet hours, in the spaces where no one is clapping or paying attention. Yet you show up nonetheless. You do it not for an audience, but for yourself. Because deep down, you know that what you construct in solitude will be what others come to admire. The individual who learns to act without seeking applause is the one destined to receive it. Not through desperation, nor through pursuit of recognition, but through undeniable excellence. While others wait for attention, he earns it quietly. There's a unique power that simmers in silence, not the boisterous kind, not the kind that demands acknowledgement, but a strength that grows deep roots. It does not seek validation. It creates its own. Eventually, the world that once overlooked you will come inquiring about the source of your strength. By then, however, you will not require their approval. You will already know it. Most people underestimate the significance of consistent, unseen effort. They believe the crowd is drawn by noise, yet the truth is, it follows substance. People are attracted to authenticity, and true value is forged in the quiet moments, the stillness of early mornings, the sting of rejection, the experience of being overlooked yet remaining unbroken. Think back. Have there been instances when you held back your talents, your passion, simply because no one was watching? Did you wait for affirmation before you gave your all? If that resonates with you, please understand this. The most important eyes you need to impress are your own. If you cannot impress yourself in the dark, you will not impress anyone in the light. Picture a man diligently constructing a cathedral. Day by day, he lays one stone atop another, alone, without applause or spectators, just through sweat, unwavering vision, and commitment. Years down the line, people will travel from miles away to admire his creation, praising its beauty, while remaining blissfully unaware of the labor that went into it. They never heard the silence, but he did, and he persisted regardless. That is the person you must strive to be. Someone who moves forward even in the absence of an audience. Someone who acts with purpose and weight, because recognition is not the objective. character is. So ask yourself, are you diminishing your efforts because no one is clapping? Or are you nurturing your strength where no eyes are upon you? Those destined for leadership never wait for acknowledgement. They train themselves to rise silently, witnessing their own growth. They set their own standards so that when the world finally sees them, they are not taken aback. They were never waiting. They were in the process of becoming. Become your own witness, and the world will follow. Comfort, my friend, is a thief cloaked as a companion. It does not reveal itself as an adversary. It does not burst in like fear or shout like failure. No, comfort whispers. It leans in softly, saying, "You've done enough." It strokes your ego, convincing you that you deserve a moment of ease. It sounds kind, reasonable, almost deserved. And that is precisely what makes it dangerous. As you bask in the illusion of having achieved your goals, your dreams silently collect dust. This is the trap. Comfort does not outright take anything from you. It patiently waits for you to cease moving forward. Once you stop, it settles beside you, and for a time, it feels good. You rest, you breathe, but then you linger. The urgency dissipates, your passion wanes, and that vision that once ignited your spirit transforms into a faded picture on the walls of your memory. The man who builds something extraordinary and finishes what he started does not forego rest, but he controls it. He is not governed by it. He recognizes that comfort must be earned, not expected. He understands that rest is sacred only when hard work has been invested first. He pushes through those moments when ease tempts him, not because resting is inherently wrong, but because he comprehends the cost of surrendering too soon, too often, or for too long. When have you given in to ease, allowing a hard task to fade away when it should have been addressed? When could you have completed a workout, but instead chose the comfort of your couch? How did that choice make you feel? Perhaps you experienced a flicker of relief beneath which lay regret, a knowing feeling that something within you had diminished. That sensation occurs not because of the rest itself, but because of your retreat from growth. Now envision a different man. It's raining, but the air is frigid, and he is fatigued, yet he trains. Not for the theatrics, nor for the eyes watching, but because he has set a standard for himself that is non-negotiable. While others yield to comfort, he pushes into discomfort. It is this resolute refusal to succumb that renders him sharp, focused, and relentless. Not because he is inherently more gifted, but because he has conditioned himself to choose challenge when necessary. So sincerely ask yourself, who has been your coach lately? Discipline or comfort? Has comfort dressed itself up as balance, self-care, or "you deserve this," while quietly robbing you of the person you are meant to become? You don't need to transform into a relentless machine. You don't need to risk burnout, but you absolutely must draw the line. Unchecked comfort will turn into your silent captor, and it will cloak your failure in gentle, convincing excuses. Force yourself to tackle what is tough. Train your body even when it is weary. Sit down to write when your attention wavers. Make the calls, draft the pages, do the things, particularly when you would prefer to avoid them. Because that very resistance and hesitation is precisely where strength is birthed. Remember that the person who defeats comfort does not merely conquer fatigue or laziness. They also conquer the part of themselves that urges them to procrastinate. They triumph over the desire to remain small. They conquer their own limitations. Once you master this, nothing will be insurmountable. Time is not stagnant. It is fleeting. You navigate through your days as though they are infinite, as if an endless supply of tomorrows is arranged just for you. You tell yourself you will begin tomorrow. You promise to commit when the time feels right. You assume that opportunities will come around again. Yet time does not abide by such illusions. It does not pause for your indecision. It does not rewind when you change your mind. It flows strictly forward, always pressing ahead. Every moment you squander is a moment lost forever. You are not guaranteed another dawn. You do not have the assurance of another breath. Yet you treat time as though it owes you, as if you've signed a secret contract promising you more chances or more leeway. But that is the grand deception. Time owes you nothing. It is neither loyal nor merciful. It simply exists here, now, and will soon be gone. Each day you defer your purpose robs you of a fragment of your life that you can never reclaim. Consider each day as a valuable coin, not one you can save, nor one you can obtain more of. Just one. Fresh each morning, but gone each night, and you have the power to choose how to spend it. You can allocate it wisely or squander it on distractions, self-doubt, and procrastination. Too many people treat their days like mere loose change, tossing them toward comfort, numbing, and avoidance. Then one day, they wake up only to find that the pile has vanished. No alert, no refill, just the chilling silence of having acted too late. Now, envision an hourglass sitting on your table. Sand cascades through, grain by grain. You don't know how many grains remain in the top. You can only feel the weight of those that have already fallen. And yet, what do? You scroll aimlessly, you second-guess yourself, you indulge in sleep, you persist in waiting for a sign that may never come. Yet, when you could be shaping your destiny, you recline, allowing precious moments of your life to slip through your fingers. In this world, change is inevitable, and waiting is a trap. You have everything within yourself to create the life you desire, but it requires action. Embrace the discomfort, confront your fears. You hold the key to unlocking your limitless potential. The journey to greatness is not about waiting for the right moment. It is about taking that moment and transforming it. So rise up, act decisively, and let your actions resonate louder than your doubts. Embrace discipline, for it is the bridge that will lead you from dreams to reality. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more motivational content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message.